From the ocean's deadliest monster to the ultimate delicacy on your plate. Did you know these fish are born completely normal? They swim around just like any other fish, with one eye squarely on each side of their head. But look closely at what happens just a few weeks later. Their skull literally starts to twist. One eye slowly migrates right through the top of their head to the other side. After that brutal transformation, they flip sideways, sink straight to the pitch-black ocean floor, and spend the rest of their lives swimming flat. Thanks to millions of pigment cells called chromatophores, they are absolute masters of camouflage. That skin is a perfect chameleon display. They lie dead still in freezing water over 1,600 feet deep. So, how do humans actually catch a beast that fights like a gladiator in the deep? You don't just fish and for them, it's a fight for survival. Sitka, Homer, Alaska. Some of the coldest, most violent waters on Earth. The halibut capitals of the world. Commercial trawlers drag massive nets across the ocean floor, steel cables screaming under the weight of 1,000 thrashing bodies. But that's industry.
What the cold fish are pushing up.
Heavy-duty rods, bait sunk deep into the pitch-black abyss. And that's when the tension hits.
It's big.
Nice, one up.
A one-on-one tug of war with pure muscle going absolutely berserk in the deep. Catching wild halibut is one of the most dangerous games in America. A landing net? Forget it. Drag a barn door aboard before it's exhausted? One thrash of that tail packs enough force to snap a man's shin in half or completely trash the deck gear. The monster breaks the surface. The angler is gasping, dead tired. The crew slams giant steel gaffs right into its mouth to lock it down. Only then do they haul it over the rail. An absolute grind. Burning lungs, freezing salt water, and pure adrenaline. Like going 12 rounds with a heavyweight champ. Enter the secret weapon of premium commercial boats, the Japanese ikejime technique. They thread a metal wire straight down the spinal cord. The nervous system is instantly shut down. The fish feels no pain, no panic. This completely stalls rigor mortis, muscle stiffening, keeping the meat's texture absolutely perfect. Finally, it gets buried in a slush ice bath sitting between 32 and 36 degrees Fahrenheit. Its core temp drops insanely fast, but the meat cells stay entirely intact. Pure science, perfect preservation, all that extreme effort, all the sweat and danger out on the freezing ocean. It's all leading up to one single moment under the kitchen lights.
43. 41. 46. 34. 52. 41.
Now for the weapon of choice, a flex fillet knife. Unlike your standard round halibut, require a four-cut technique. 4 clean fillets. Slice right down the spine, then glide out toward the fins. The blade slips right against the bone, peeling back a massive slab of pure white meat. It reveals a perfectly flat skeleton without a single scrap of waste left behind. Snow white meat. And here it is, the money shot, the priceless Ngawa. It sits right along the fin edge.
I know, I'm kind of like...
It makes up barely 3% of the total weight, but it is the crunchiest, most collagen-rich, all in the Michelin star level.
Get the point of the knife just inside the skin, staying above that. Get inside the skin, you'll feel that backbone run along that. As soon as you get up here by the pectoral fin, starting on your backbone cut, take the knife in, make your first cut. Cut down to the fin, up to the backbone. You can make that same cut up the side if you want. Switch back over to your longer knife. Now we're going to repeat the process on the opposite side here. Again, starting with your tail cut. Again, you can see your lateral line here. And on this larger fish blade. through to your fin.
The ingredient has reached absolute perfection. Now it's time to turn it into edible art.
Halibut. I've already actually taken the skin off it. I don't really care for the skin. Some people do, and that's fine. Pretty good, just like so. And then we'll put it on this plate, just like that. Onion powder.
Rule number one for any chef handling halibut: never overcook it. This meat is incredibly lean. Take your eyes off it for just a few seconds and it dries out and crumbles. Take a classic pan-seared halibut.
The iron skillet. Let it cook in there. I'm not trying to blacken it. I'm just trying to get it kind of brown. So let it cook maybe
Seared to a golden brown crust, basted in butter, lemon, and capers. Once cooked, the texture goes through a magic transformation. It's firm like chicken breast, but melts sweet in your mouth. The flavor is elegant, totally clean, without even a hint of fishiness from the sea, or in a totally different setting.
This is ready. This is exactly what I'm looking for. So I still need to make the sauce, right? So I have some aluminum foil here. I'm gonna try to get this. It's a little windy out here. I might leave it here, or I can take it inside and wrap that up real nice, just like so. Take it inside and put it in the oven, or put this in.
At a high end, halibut sushi is always served first. Its pure flavor demands respect before heavier, fatty fish take over your
I don't know how
palate.
many cloves I put in here, but I've minced it up myself. That's what's really gonna make this taste good, right? So I want to get this to kind of simmer up, but to start to smell that. So I'll go ahead and shut the grill here. I have this little bit of lemon juice. I'm just using a half a lemon. I don't like it too lemony. I'll go ahead and put that in there like that.
Nature always has a way of hiding its most delicate masterpieces inside the roughest, most violent packages. From a giant monster fighting for its life in the pitch-black abyss, to a sweet, unbelievably quiet, melt-in-your-mouth bite. Think that's surprising?
So I'm gonna take some of
Wait.
my sauce, especially with that garlic on there. Oh, just like that. That's perfect.
To break down a fugu, you need a government license and the nerves of a bomb squad. The liver and ovaries are packed with tetrodotoxin, a poison 1,200 times deadlier than cyanide. One clumsy slip of the blade, and your customer pays with their life. But watch a master at work. The blade doesn't chop, it dissects. Using a paper-thin Fugu hiki knife, it glides smooth as silk, separating pure flesh from lethal organs. The fillets, crystal clear, completely fat-free. Navigating around that toxic liver takes absolute surgical precision. From the most terrifying, high-stakes knife work in the world, this ingredient is ready to cheat death. Raw perfection. You don't cook this masterpiece. You slice it so impossibly thin, you can literally read a newspaper right through the meat. It needs the sharp bite of citrus ponzu sauce and a wrap of baby scallions, just to awaken that incredibly delicate, clean ocean flavor. Heavy chewing required. You take a bite and it snaps. Firm, bouncy, and then the rush. A faint, lingering, tingling sensation on your lips, a microscopic trace of poison left behind on purpose just for the thrill. At the most exclusive traditional restaurants in Tokyo, you'll easily drop over $500 for a single tasting menu. The ocean is full of monsters, and high-end kitchens are packed with masters, and we're just getting started bridging those two worlds. Join us on the next hunt as we track down a brand new deep-sea beast for the Michelin table. Beneath the deep blue water lives a fish built to never give up. Fishermen call it the reef donkey, not because it's slow, but because once it runs, nothing can stop it, like trying to hold back a runaway truck. Dense muscle, a tail like a loaded spring. Everything about it is designed for speed and raw pulling power. One dive can snap a 100 lullaby line like thread. To fishermen, this isn't just a fish, it's a living anchor. And sometimes it carries a hidden risk. Tiguatera toxin, invisible, tasteless, but strong enough to turn a meal dangerous, powerful, unpredictable. The moment the hook sets, the fight begins. The rod bends into a near U-shape, the line screaming through the air. This isn't fishing anymore. This is a fight. On the other end, a 66-pound amberjack drives straight down toward the reef where the line can be cut at any second, like dragging it across underwater razor blades. Every strike travels through the rod into the angler's body, numbing wrists, tightening muscles, forcing absolute control. Minutes pass, then more. Sweat hits the deck. Breathing grows heavier, but the rhythm stays steady. Every turn of the reel precise, measured, controlled.
L'importante è che già l'hai subito un bel 20 metri.
Some fights last over an hour, and when it finally breaks the surface, it's not just a catch, it's a victory. But even on deck, it's not over. One wrong move, 1 second too slow, and everything can slip away. Then, silence. The fight ends, and everything changes.
The fin here, so I'm going to start with my backhand. I'm going to come up around the head as much as I can, getting as much of the meat, finding the backbone.
The blade touches the skin, and a clean cut runs down the spine. Smooth, precise, without hesitation.
I'm going to slide my finger along here, and now I'm going to use, again, forehand, pulling the knife down along the backbone, keeping pressure. You can see the bend in the knife. I'll open this up a little bit more up here, because your hand hold
The flesh separates from the bone. 2 perfect fillets begin to form. The loin, clean and bright. The belly, softer, richer, where the deepest flavor lives.
That comes off the bone here and the rib cage here, which will leave a nice clean. Again, I'm going to go underneath this.
But this step isn't just about skill. It's also about awareness. Because sometimes this fish carries a hidden risk, Shigwatera toxin, invisible, tasteless, yet powerful enough to turn a meal into something dangerous.
Sometimes can be a little tough. Now, slide down this. Nail up. And use the flex in the knife and the knife itself to run along the backbone.
No wasted motion, no margin for error, just control. In every cut, every decision.
You're going to make one nice fluid motion down this way, opening the fish up, and fillet.
And this is where the monster begins to transform. From raw strength to precision measured in millimeters of the blade.
That down. One. I'll lay it out on a pin bone, which is that center bone. The fish, you feel along here, you can always feel it. You rub your hand along here, it's bone. It's got a long pin bone, it's jack. You're going to start way down here. And you can kind of feel it, and you just curve your knife underneath here. As you can see, I kind of went like that. You can see like bend. Pull it out and feel along, you feel there's no bone in there. So you can take the other side. A very thin slice, and you can kind of, you can feel the knife actually kind of go along the bone, and you know you're pulling the bone out. Pull that long piece fattier meat, you can pull this off to make the fillet a little cleaner. I'll actually just cut the whole area out, and put that aside, and that goes in the scrap bucket. Zero one, just clean through. There's a little bone right here, so use the knife, bring it along there, pull that bone off. So that's for smoking. I'm going to chunk it, smokable sizes. And, it's a fresh piece of fish. We're going to smoke tomorrow. For about 7 hours.
The light doesn't just touch the fish, it passes through it. A sign the blade moved exactly right. Sashimi isn't about cutting, it's a single, clean pull. The knife glides through in one motion, no pressure, no sawing, like slicing through air. That precision keeps the flesh intact. No tearing, no moisture loss, no cloudiness. Cutting across the grain softens the texture, like slicing a premium steak the right way. With a fatty fish like Amberjack, a slight angle creates a wider surface, letting the fat spread smoothly, almost like butter melting on warm toast. Thickness is everything. Too thick, heavy. Too thin, gone too fast. The perfect slice sits right in between. Enough to feel, just enough to melt. What you're seeing isn't just fish. It's the result of a cut so precise, it almost disappears. Next, That precision is tested on something tougher, the triggerfish.
As usual, as I've shown you before, we always start with the zipper cut. Start at the anus with just the tip. Ease that right on in. You're gonna come up right up its backside. Like I said, the skin is so tough. It's like sandpaper. There's no scales on it. It's like almost like a reptile, almost like a crocodile. Once you get to that tail, drive that knife through, bury it through, and bring it on up. We're gonna continue that zipper cut all the way up its backbone. Again, without knowing the proper technique, you can ruin a perfectly good knife, which is never your intention when you're trying to fillet a fish. Again, start at the anus with just the tip.
This is next-level craftsmanship. The blade glides like it already knows the path. No hesitation, no wasted motion. That subtle chic as the knife rides along the spine, the clean release of the fillet. It's deeply satisfying on a sensory level.
Shoulder towards the anus, turn that blade up, and pull up, out. And that is the beginning of a perfect fillet on a triggerfish. We're gonna flip to the other side and do the same thing. Again, right where you ended your zipper cut with your fillet knife, you're gonna come up over that bone, turn your blade up, and pull right out of that trigger. That is the way to get through all that tough, and now you're back to nothing but flesh. Here we go. Come down, finding that backbone. Coming up, finding that backbone. Coming down, up and over the backbone. Out the backside, out that backside.
Every movement feels deliberate, almost meditative. The tools, the technique, the control, everything sinks into a rhythm that's downright hypnotic. This isn't just filleting a triggerfish, it's watching mastery unfold in real time.
Here we come. Coming down, finding that backbone. You don't always have to find it. Up and over the backbone. Down that backside. Once you're here, there's no pin bones to cut on a triggerfish. You can, because the skin is so tough, you can just grab that fillet and pull back, and you're done. That's a beautiful fillet. Flip it, do the same thing. Pull it back right where you had it. And pull it off. It's two beautiful fillets. See how much meat you lose with a triggerfish? Have this big old head and all this weight and then all this meat down here. Not much meat you get off it, but this is what's known as called the pork chop of the Florida seas. We're just gonna dress it up a little bit before we finish. Just right over the top of it. Just makes it a little prettier. Nothing wrong with that meat, just doesn't look very nice. Okay. Boom. Look at that. Pork chop. Let's do the next one. Wipe that top lead line off.
And just when that hypnotic rhythm of the blade fades, the craft seamlessly shifts from precision to fire, where technique meets heat and control transforms into flavor.
Doing my work prior to eating. So that beautiful fillet is done. We keep it on the skin because it's perfect for grilling. No tinfoil necessary. Just throw that thing directly on the grill. It'll grill itself. But I like to remove these pin bones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pin bones. Big boys. And always find the bottom side. Come up, ride them underneath. There, it's nice. Find the top side. Ride them down. You yank those bad boys out. That right there is a boneless triggerfish fillet.